Hey, the name's Cruel, that's King Rob Rule, and welcome to my no-nonsense weapon guide series for Monster Hunter Rise. These videos serve as tools to make first-time weapon use less daunting. This is in no way an in-depth guide or even a full toolkit of any given weapon. It is simply a starting point to give the fundamentals of the weapons and my own personal recommendations. If you're looking to find optimization, you won't find it here. And with that, let's get started. The longsword is a far-reaching, precise weapon that heavily rewards reaction-based combat. The longsword features a spirit gauge that has 4 levels: base, white, yellow, and red. Each level has higher rates of damage respectively. We'll come back to this later. The default Y-bug moves and switch skills are quite powerful, so I won't suggest any changes for this guide. This is the standard X combo of the weapon. This does good damage and should be your go-to combo. This is the A combo. This does less damage, but is good for smaller openings. You can weave in the X and A combos however you like based on the situation. By pressing X and A together, you can do a fade slash. I don't use it much, but it exists. Pressing ZR 3 times is your spirit combo attack. Your gauge needs to be full to complete this combo. If the final hit of the combo hits, you'll go up another level of your spirit gauge. After any attack, you can press ZR and B together to enter a special sheath position. Note that I'm using the quick sheath level 3 skill, which greatly speeds this up. Make this your highest priority skill with longsword. From this stance, you can either press X, which will give you this forward moving slash attack, or you can press ZR, which will propel you forward in a wide sweeping motion. A successful hit with the X option will have your spirit gauge refill over time. If you successfully time the ZR option with a monster attack, you will counter the monster, avoiding all damage while dealing considerable damage to the monster and also gaining a level on your spirit gauge. This is what you want to be aiming for in your longsword gameplay. An alternative reaction attack with the longsword is the foresight slash, which can be used mid-combo by pressing ZR and A together. It's less powerful and only refills your spirit gauge, so it should only be used when you don't have time for a special sheath. Now let's dive into Y-bug attacks. By pressing ZL and A, you get this counter attack with a large window. It has the potential for big damage, but uses 2 Y-bugs, so use it conservatively. The ZL and X Y-bug move looks like this. It functions differently based on your input after landing on the monster. If you press nothing, you will plunge downward and a successful hit will have your spirit gauge replenish over time. If you press ZR upon hitting the monster, you'll do this high damage maneuver that consumes 1 level of spirit gauge and does more damage based on your current level. Okay, let's put all this into practice. I start by building spirit gauge by attacking during an opening. When I see the monster is going on the offense, instead of rolling out of the way, I go into the special sheath position, I press ZR just before it hits. This results in decent damage to the monster, while also going up in spirit level. Next, I continue to build gauge and then special sheath again. But this time, I see the monster is going to miss, so I go for the X lunge forward, which allows my spirit gauge to stay up. This is an example of using the spirit combo during an opening to go up a level. Note here, you can cancel the auto sheath of the spirit combo by pressing ZR and B to go into the special sheath position. Here I demonstrate getting to red gauge and expending it with the ZR plus X maneuver. As you can see, the damage is just insane. Just remember, you need to press ZR once you land on the monster, or the move won't come out. This is the ZL plus A counter move. This was low damage since it was a weak attack. As you can see, stronger attacks yield much better results with the counter. The special sheath counter can also work against Raws. And here's the foresight slash. I don't use it much, so sorry I don't have many examples. And that was longsword in 5 minutes. Keep in mind the reactionary gameplay I showed here is just one way of playing the weapon. Anyway, I hope you found this helpful. Next up is Sword and Shield. I've been King Rob Rule, gotta go fast.